afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Wherever you are, thank you for tuning in. This is the Esports World Cup, and you've come back to the central broadcast. I have another very special guest in studio for all of our viewers at home. This is a streamer, influencer, gamer, content creator, member of Alliance from Japan as well. I'm going to try to say your name. Please forgive me if it's wrong. Mac is joining me as well. It's XIINYA.
Hey.
If I've said that right, please do tell our viewers, who are you, where are you from, what's your favorite game?
Okay. Hello, my name is XIINYA. I'm from Japan, and I'm the part of Alliance. And my favorite game is Apex and Dota 2 and PUBG Mobile, Mobile Legends. I have many. I'm sorry.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit more about yourself. I know you're a streamer. I know you play a lot of games. So what is the main game? Do you just play every single game that's available or that's interesting to you that day?
Yes, but my main game is Dota 2. Like, I play a lot. But for fun, like, I played Apex Legends, Mobile Legends, like, very random.
Okay, awesome.
Yes.
Well, listen, if Dota 2 is your favorite game, let's start with EWC. Who did you predict to win the Dota 2 tournament? We've had a few guests on our show. The Dota 2 analysts, all they do is argue and fight and disagree with each other. There's also music playing now, the party's starting, so we can ignore it.
Of course.
But who did you predict to win the tournament?
Gaming Gladiator.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So do you think she'll be right? Make fun of Suns fan?
I hope so.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if they were. What do you think of Centaur Warrior? Do you play Centaur?
Yeah, I don't play center, but I feel like very annoyed when he's the enemy. I don't like him.
In the previous game, Mac was talking to one of the other analysts and discussing the different heroes that are in the meta in the game. Have you enjoyed the most recent patch that was just recently dropped before the tournament? The pro team seems to still be learning it.
Yes, I really love it. I'm actually the support player, and my favorite hero is Jakiro.
Okay.
And he can hit like the dudum dudum, not like single hit. It's like twice. I really enjoy it a lot.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is awesome. What are you doing here at EWC? What's brought you out here? I know obviously part of Alliance, but what's the main thing you're getting up to?
So I'm coming invited for Dota 2 here. So I'm watching the game and I'm showing around the venue because the venue is very good, awesome, looks beautiful. So I like to show more about here.
We actually have some footage. I don't know if we can bring up the Boulevard shots just to talk about it. I know, Mac, you haven't had a lot of time to kind of explore and whatnot, but the restaurants, the meals, there's a virtual, an esports virtual arena, which is awesome. I beat a Brazilian influencer in the VR game, which is great. The thing that I'd love to kind of expand on, and the reason that I invited Mac to join us on the sofa is, at a tournament like this, I come from South Africa, Mac from Australia, yourself from Japan. These are countries that the esports scenes are quite different.
Yes.
I think if we ignore the fighting game community in Japan, which is obviously...
Which is huge.
Just next level, right? Whenever you see the FGC, they're massive. But games like Valorant, games like League of Legends, games like Counter-Strike, games like Dota, you don't see huge presence from any of our respective countries.
Well,
so,
Valorant has quite a large...
Yes,
following in Japan. But everything else you mentioned is a bit smaller.
That's a very valid point.
There you go.
Yes.
But let's talk about that for a tournament like this. Obviously, that's not one of the titles here. But what is it like, for a Japanese content creator, esports fan to come and see all these games side by side? How much of the Japanese community is watching, getting involved, and will they be inspired by this?
Oh, so it's very depends on each games. Let's talk about Apex Legends.
Yes.
They really love to watch. They go to venue and then they buy a lot of merchandise and they're so hype. But other game League of Legends, we don't have much big community in Japan, so
Yeah, the teams
very
have struggled
different.
as well. I mean, in comparison to Australia, I know you mentioned a little bit, you get to cast all of the leagues, that side of the world, Oceania and whatnot. How is it from your perspective? Because we had representation from Australia here in CS.
Yeah.
Go super well, but there's a few more teams making it,
Well,
right?
it's funny. Even though the scene is small, take Apex, for example, we had the world champions for however long, right? The Australian team was the one that was doing really, really well with a couple of the individuals from there. But yeah, every other game, especially League, we got put in with the SEA region, so we don't even qualify to Worlds anymore. And the domestic league is, at the moment, not doing super well. Every time we have to go to the quals with SEA, it's not looking. PCS?
Yes.
In PCS, yeah. It never really goes super well. And CS, we get opportunities at least to go overseas, but you know, this event didn't go super well. Some events have been going a little bit better, but in terms of that, if I think about, you know, some CS teams from Japan in the past, there has been some really good ones like Lays, etc. But it's been a very long time since we last saw Lays.
How big is like the competitive PC gaming community? I know Valorant, I've seen some of the stadiums literally just forgot in the heat of the moment.
Yeah.
But I mean, when we think about Counter-Strike, think about like Dota.
Yeah.
Is there local scenes? How big is it? How many teams kind of participate?
Actually, we don't have any team about Dota 2 and Counter-Strike. Maybe they have, but like we don't have like a league in Japan, I think. And then like about Dota, like we are like a village right now. Like we know each other.
So how do you play that? Okay, give me some insight because this is great. I come from League of Legends. That was the main game that I worked on, and now I'm learning a lot about the different communities. So where do the Dota 2 Japanese fans and community hang out and chat? How do we get more Japanese players to actually get involved in a, what was the word used? An easy and simple game, which is I believe how you got introduced to the game.
You know, like I got scammed because it was not easy and simple game. I totally got scammed, but actually my friend was from Indonesia. She was not from Japan. So like in the first time, like I was playing with like English, and then like my Japanese friends said like they want to play Dota with me, and they tried with a Japanese like translated, but it was not full translated actually in game.
Okay.
Yes, and then they didn't enjoy the game.
So did you have to learn another language then?
Yes. Yes.
Oh my word. Let's talk about some of the other tournaments here. I've got your prediction for Dota 2. You said Alliance. I think one of the first games you said was Apex. I see the Alliance jersey. Alliance are doing very well in PUBG Mobile. So which are the games that you feel comfortable to give? Like, can you give me a PUBG or an Apex Legends tournament prediction? Who do you think is going to win?
Oh, so about PUBG Mobile, Alliance maybe, and about Apex, Alliance maybe.
Okay. Mac, you balance this one out for me. We've had a chance to watch them. I know we've got a loose connection to Apex, but like what predictions would you put on there? That could be challenges.
For Apex?
For Apex and maybe PUBG.
I don't even know who's coming for Apex. I'm going home before that's on.
It is a week 7. Okay, so what about PUBG Mobile? We've seen the teams. Yeah, do you remember?
Well, I was leaning towards Boom. That was my prediction. And they haven't been going super well, but I think we have heard from Toby yelling across the studio that Alliance have had one of the best days of PUBG Mobile that any team's had in a long while.
Yeah, I mean, definitely the case. Look, today they're still going to play more games tomorrow.
Yeah.
What'll be the next time that you'll be streaming? What's the next game? Are you going to be able to use the streaming booth that's here in SDC?
Not much. I like the in real life stream.
That's awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
We're waiting to get the Dota 2 game up on stream right now. I mean, Mac, let's talk a little bit more about the match. I didn't get the pleasure of watching the co-stream of the previous series. So can you give me a little like preview or like hype of our next game? What should we focus in on for the viewers? It should be Tundra versus Falcons.
Didn't they?
Tundra's finished. What is the next game was the question? Nothing. That's finished. So it'll be tomorrow then.
Yeah,
Team Liquid versus Falcons.
That's what I thought. So yeah, Team Liquid and Falcons. I know almost nothing about Liquid, but Falcons is really good, right?
Really?
Yeah, I got a thumbs up that Falcons is really, really good. So it's probably going to be a Falcons dub.
Going to be a Falcons dub.
Yeah.
One last chance. Would you like to say anything to the fans, to the viewers at home? Maybe something if you'd like to say in Japanese, if you'd like to. And then we'll let you get on with your evening and have some fun with the music outside.
Okay. 日本の皆さん見てたらこんにちは。アライアンスのシーニャです。今回はこのようにサウジアラビアに来れてとっても嬉しいです。Thank you for watching. If you are watching my fans, I love you. Thank you so much. And Alliance fan, love you guys.
Thank you so much, Matt. We're going to do the little heart. Come on, we're going out there. Thank you so much. Cheers.
Thank you so much.
We're going to take a quick live look into the arena. We'll be right back after this.